Welcome back, football fans, to the Fantasy Football Following YouTube channel. This is my Week 4 FanDuel lineup. At quarterback, I have Andy Dalton at $7,600 against Kansas City. He had a monster game last week against Baltimore and should dominate a Kansas City secondary that gave up 5 passing touchdowns to Aaron Rodgers last week. Next, I have Karlos Williams against the New York Giants at $6,300. He scored a touchdown every game so far this season, and if LaShawn McCoy can't play this week, there's no doubt in my mind Karlos Williams is the way to go. He's doubled his carries with McCoy out. I also think that if McCoy plays or is limited, I think he still should have an opportunity to get a bunch of points this week. Next, I have Latavius Murray at $7,500 against the Chicago Bears. He's become the clear-cut bell cow for the Oakland Raiders. He's had 26 carries last week for 139 yards and a touchdown. Derek Carr likes to check down to Murray out of the backfield, and I think he'll get a bunch of points for receptions. He should give Chicago a lot of headaches this week. My first receiver is A.J. Green at $8,400 against Kansas City. His relationship with Dalton is back on track. Last week he had 227 yards and 2 touchdowns. I like this stack to stay on track and dominate Kansas City this week. Although A.J. Green had a great week last week, and so did Andy Dalton, I think that they'll outperform last week's performance. Next, I have Larry Fitzgerald at $7,400 against the St. Louis Rams. He's had 6 or more receptions in each game so far this season. He had 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and he's become Palmer's clear #1 target. I like Larry Fitzgerald to have a great game this week. Next, I have Amari Cooper, the rookie, out of against Chicago at $7,200. After a mediocre performance in Week 1, Cooper has come on strong of late with 100-plus yards in the last 2 weeks. I expect him to torch the Chicago secondary for at least 100 more yards. Next, I have my tight end, which is Martellus Bennett against Oakland at $5,500. He had a mediocre season thus far, but faces Raiders defense that gave up 209 yards and 3 touchdowns to Tyler Eifert and Gary Barnidge so far this season. My kicker is Steven Hauschka, Monday night against Detroit at $5,100. He put up 16 points last week at home against Chicago, and I expect a similar performance this week. Finally, I have the Arizona Cardinals defense at $5,000 against the St. Louis Rams. They went absolutely off last week against San Francisco, and I expect the Cardinals to eat up a struggling Rams offense. I see Foles throwing at least 2 interceptions, and hopefully the Arizona Cardinals can return one for a touchdown. This concludes my FanDuel lineup for Week 4. Subscribe to our channel by clicking the link below, as well as following us on Twitter by clicking a link below. Thank you, and good luck in Week 4.